Good morning, everyone. It's New Year's Eve, December 31st. I'm sitting out here at my house, and it's surprisingly warmer than you'd expect for a winter day. We live in a very nice, relatively serene neighborhood. Attractive rural surroundings, friendly neighbors, welcoming, and relatively close to the places that we need to visit. We do live close to Route 17 and Interstate 95. And yes, we certainly knew when we moved here that these roads were nearby, but for the most part, most days are quiet. But then some days, like today, we are strongly reminded that we live close to major roads. It gets noisy. I don't know if it's the weather conditions, the wind direction, humidity, cloud cover, or whatever, but days like today are noisy enough for you to hear the traffic, even from inside the house. Our home is about a half a mile away from Route 17, about a quarter of a mile from I-95, and about 7/10 of a mile from exit 133. Some days we hear the traffic on 17. Today, it's I-95. Some days, it's both. If it sounds like I'm complaining about noise, I'm really not, because we knew what we were going into when we moved here. What we did not know, and now I'm speaking not for myself, but for my entire neighborhood, is that it was possible that a brand new 4-lane road leading to a proposed new bridge over the Rappahannock River could be built just 1/10 of a mile from our home. A parkway that anticipates handling about 40,000 vehicles per day, literally in some of my neighbors' backyards. The current proposed route passes about 100 feet from one homeowner's house, 240 feet from another, and 210 feet from a third person's home. This new road would also be constructed pretty darn close to one of our neighborhood's natural features, two pristine streams, both the Laurel Branch and England Run. Now, this proposed road might not be located here because there are other 4 options being analyzed. As you might imagine, there are pluses and minuses to each of these options, including the one near us. I'm sure that everyone is familiar with the phrase, "not in my backyard," and that applies here. I try to look at these options and be as objective as I possibly can because I do want a new north-south running bridge and parkway for our region. Stafford County sure needs it. I think the city of Fredericksburg certainly wants it. It's likely that all the trips that Stafford residents make into places like Central Park, the Spotsylvania Town Center, and downtown will make it more prosperous for the businesses, shopping, entertainment, dining establishments that are there. Stafford needs to find ways to offer these opportunities right here in our own county. Wherever the bridge and parkway is built, if ever, there will be noise and other impacts brought to that location. 3 of the current options make use of the 3 miles of infrastructure along Celebrate Virginia Parkway, and as one would guess, many of the residents there are not too thrilled that the existing roadway might get a lot more vehicles than the currently experience. I can empathize with their concerns, but I don't think some of those residents, especially those who live along Denison Street, Table Bluff Drive, Battery Point Drive, and all the way up to Cabrillo Way, is that their homes would be closer to, and thus hear more noise from the option A bridge and parkway than if one of the 3 options that use Celebrate Virginia Parkway were chosen. It remains to be seen what factors will weigh on the decision makers' minds, what their priorities for a new bridge and parkway will be. If the public has a voice in this matter, they should exercise that and be heard, and do so sooner than later. Happy New Year, everyone.